Ito mga kaibigan, yan po yung aming sinihan dito. Bale, part po yan ng amenities namin na makukuha nyo pag kumuha kayo ng unit sa amin. Medyo dreamy ano. Bakit ganito yung camera ko? Naku mga kaibigan, tinatawag na naman ako para mananghalian. Hindi ko pa nga kayo tapos i-tour dito sa binibenta naming units na dating hospital. Ay nako. Hindi ko na lang po yun papansinin mga kaibigan para sa inyo kasi gustong gusto ko talagang kasama kayo eh. Gustong gusto ko talaga kayong i-tour para naman bumili kayo ng mga units na to. Isa rin po sa mga amenities na meron kami ay itong therapeutic park. Ang therapeutic park po ito, napupuno po ito ng mga lavenders. Para po pwede nyong singhutin ng mga lavenders na ito kung gusto nyo lang naman talagang singhutin. Makakatulog po kayo ng maayos dito. Talagang napakaganda po talaga ng lugar na ito. Mga kaibigan, huwag po kayong mag-alala kasi pag kumuha po kayo ng unit sa akin, aasikasuhin ko po talaga lahat mula sa pagbabayad, pati sa sa paglilipat. Ako po, tutulungan ko po talaga kayo mga kaibigan. Basta PM lang po. Mga kaibigan, kung kayo po ay may pagka-relihiyoso, meron po din ditong maliit na chapel. Yung chapel na po yan, pwede po kayo diyang magsimba kahit ilang beses yung magsimba gusto nyo. Ito pong pink house na ito po yung nag-house ng mga modern art. Dito lang po yan sa Espanya. So pwede nyo po itong ma-access. Isa po ito sa mga amenities kapag bumili kayo ng unit. Ha? PM mga kaibigan, para lang po makita nyo talaga na sobrang pinaghandaan po talaga ng developer namin itong unit na ito para sa inyo. Tignan nyo pong mabuti ang kisame. O, diba po? So, ano pang hinihintay nyo? PM na kayo. Magpa-concert po ako mga kaibigan para sa mga mag-a-avail ng units. Ganun po ako kasi ka-special. Ganun po kayo ka-special sa amin. Gusto nyo po yung ganito, no? Gusto rin po namin kayong maging masaya. Kaya, nagbigay kami ng konting presentation sa inyo. Nag-enjoy po ba kayo sa pa-concert namin para sa mga buyers? Concert po talaga namin yan sa mga buyers. Sana po nagustuhan nyo. And again, kung gusto nyo lang pong kumuha ng unit dito, huwag po kayo mag-alinlangan na mag-PM. Kami naman po ay bukas. 24 hours po kami nasagot sa inyong mga inquiry, ha? Kaya huwag kalimutan, PM is the key! Masarap mag-perform sa ganitong sa ganitong, talagang Messi Percunyo. Sa mga ganito, talaga gustong mag-perform sa harap ng mga international audience. Thank you guys for listening to me, ha. Alam mo, I really appreciate it. Kayo talaga. Yan po, kung mapapansin nyo, yan po ay mga naggagandahang kalalakihan na nakapattern din po yan sa aking itsura at pangangatawan mga kaibigan. Yun naman po, mga nagagandahang kababaihan, nakapattern din po yan sa aking itsura mga kaibigan. Naiinis na talaga ako. Yan. Lutuin ang mga bata. Hello! Nandito na po kami sa Trinoma. At yan po yung view ngayon. Bali yung EDSA po kasi, inayos na nila. Kaya po naging ganyan. Naging human-friendly na ang EDSA. Ayan mga kaibigan, yan ang monumento. Naayos na po. Maayos na. Isang tip lang kung kagaya namin kayo na on a budget, nagto-travel kayo papuntang Espanya, ako masasabi ko sa inyo mga kaibigan, ha? Pumunta kayo dito ng first Sunday of the month. Bakit first Sunday of the month? Kasi maraming libre. Ang dami taga libre, gaya nito. Nakakuha kami ng free tour. Mga kaibigan, hindi na po kami hindi na po kami makiki-tour sa iba. Kasi this time, mga kaibigan, meron na kaming libreng tour. Mukhang malaki-laki sisingil sa atin ito, ha. Medyo kinakabahan ako.
Baka sahon tayo maibig.
Yun nga Kaya dapat, pag nag-break na, takbo na tayo, ha. Alam na yan, ditch. Mga kaibigan, tingnan nyo po ang kalapating ito. Diba? Parang National Geographic Channel. Ang hindi nyo po alam, sa kabilang dako, sa taas ng elevator nito, ay may nag-aabang na panganib. Nandyan, ang sigal. At ang sigal na yan ay nakahandang atakihin ang kalapating ito na mababa ang lipad.
Ito na pa, isa pa.
Sa di kalayuan ay may nag-aabang na isa pang kalapati. Napansin ito na may kinakain ang kalapating yan. Kaya naman mga kaibigan, ang kalapating ito ay hindi pa rin lumapit. Medyo may katangahan. Ganda sana eh. Makyawte lang. Itong mga padet nito ay napakaraming kwentong ikikwento sa atin mga kaibigan. Ngayon po papasok tayo dito sa pintong ito, sa chamber na ito. Naglalagak. Diyan po nalalagak ang mga torture chamber at mga karumal-dumal na krimen na ginawa ng mga tao noon. Yung tour guide po namin, siya ang makikwento ng lahat-lahat. Kami po ay nandito lang para makinig. Imagine, diyan naglakad mga kaibigan ang mga royalty. Nakalakad ako. Alam niyo na ibig sabihin yan.
Now, the original door between the Viceroy's Palace and the Inquisition headquarters would have been a wooden door. This is a relatively new one, a few decades back, done by one of the most famous artists in Catalonia named Josep Subirats. Anybody heard about him before? He did the Passion facade of the Sagrada Familia. So Gaudi's Sagrada Familia, the famous church you guys know about, one side has got normal-headed people and the other one has got square-headed people.
Kaya mo naman yung kisame mga kaibigan.
Oo, ganyan.
Papagawa tayo niyan. Alam mo, gusto ko itong building na ito. Kasi itong building na ito, torture chamber ito. Alam mo naman tayo, mahilig tayo sa mga torture. I love it. Yan ang nilalakaran namin. Ito ang nilakaran ng mga Royal Highness at ako. Ay nako, yung hirap talaga maging royalty ngayon mga kaibigan. Kaibigan, ngayon po ay papasok kami dito sa largest underground museum. Iba talaga pag royalty. Pala tayo papasok dun sa largest. Nandito muna tayo kasi marami pang chika itong si kuya mo.
And there's two important characters that I need to show you guys, and they're right above you. Take a look at those guys. Well, notice first the guy on the left. No shoes, weird shorts, big beard, strange sweater, holding a club. Not a weird sweater, okay? Remember that guy Wilford I told you about? That's the guy. Now, the reason he's not wearing these shoes, he's never depicted with shoes, is because they say that's the way he's born. His mother says he was born, hair everywhere on his body, black hair with the soles of his feet. He grows up like that, never stops him. First, basically king, the Count of Catalonia. What a legend, right? Yeah, I just want to look out. Okay, this is definitely not the hairiest group, but sometimes I get some really hairy folks on these tours, and I just think hairy people don't usually get depicted making it to the top, so that's supposed to be real. Okay, last guy, Saint George, the one with the armor on. His name's San Jordi here in Catalan, same guy from England and a lot of other places. He's going to come into my story later. We'll talk about him.
Bigan, tignan nyo naman po. Isa rin po ito sa mga tinitignan kong struktura, kung pwede kong maibenta ito. Ay Diyos ko, may krimen palang naganap dito. Ay Diyos mo. Bigan, ito pong mokong na ito, kikwentuhan tayo ng ghost story, ng nakakatakot na storya. Kaya susundan po natin siya. Alam mo naman, mahilig tayo sa mga horror stories, mga kaibigan. Kaya ikaw, kuya, ayusin mo storya mo, ha? Tingnan nga natin kung may nakakatakot talagang sasabihin si kuya mo.
So, there's so many pieces you can miss here. See this writing here? At least 1,000 years old, and this says this is the street where you get the water. There's an aqueduct that used to bring the water right into this building, so it's pretty cool. This stuff right here, and then let's see if we can see any right here. See this here? This is a brand. You know, you got like the Nike brand. This is the brand for the bricklayer. That's pretty cool, right? All that kind of hidden stuff.
Kaya maraming ganun, oh. Kuya, nasaan yung horror story sinasabi mo sa amin? Ako'y pinaglolo ko nito, eh. Yeah, sabi magkikwento ng nakakatakot. Ay, hindi naman kami kikwento ng nakakatakot. Ano ba naman ito? Mas natatakot akong pinapadaan niyo tayo dito sa mga skinitang ito. Parang ito yung sa Santa Mesa, Manila. Ay, tingnan mo, napakasikip na. Ito yung mga nakakatakot talaga din. Hindi natin alam kung saan tayo dadalhin. Alak pa. Mga kaibigan. Napakadilim na. Ala, hindi na namin alam saan ako pinagdadala nitong mga ito. Mga kaibigan namin dyan sa Pilipinas. Kung nakikita niyo po ito, ha? Alam niyo na po kung anong mangyari sa amin. Ang lamig. Tapos ang ganda dito mga kaibigan. Hala. Gusto ko ito. Napakaganda. Ayan na mga kaibigan. Sige nga, tingnan nga natin kung may nakakatakot talagang kikwento itong lalaking ito. Dech, dali. Ayan na, nakakatakot na.
I am gonna not say anything for 4 seconds. And when I stop talking for 4 seconds, I want you guys to think, we were just over in front of that cathedral. It was super loud. When we started, it was super loud. Now we're here, we're in the middle of 3.5 million people. This could be in a country square somewhere. Why is it so quiet? Why isn't the air moving? Okay, ready? Now normally there's a fountain going on as well, so I don't know why the fountain's not working, but you usually get that water. You could be in the middle of the country somewhere, and this is the middle of the city. There's some eerie, strange, always calm in here. At least when the kids aren't here, there's a school, so sometimes. The ghosts, a lot of people say, have to do with this. This is a church. We're in the Plaza de San Felipe Neri. This is the Iglesia de San Felipe Neri. So this is a church, and look at all this damage on it. Anybody want to guess what may have caused that? Erosion. Erosion? Okay, good guess. It's not erosion, but please, I love it. There's no wrong answers. I mean, there's wrong answers, but there's no bad answers. Okay.
Bullets, war.
Bullets, war. There we go. We're getting right onto it. So it is war. Does anybody know the last war that was fought here? Spanish Civil War. Yeah, there's still people alive from this. So this is not ancient history. Not many people alive, but there's still some older folks. This is the only remnants of the Spanish Civil War that you can touch and take a picture of in the old city. There's nothing left. Everything else has been cleaned up. It was left here for a reason. Before I tell you about the specific damage, I'm going to give you a little bit about this war, because every single family in Spain is touched by this war. In July of 1936, we are inside of the Second Democratic Republic of Spain. We're a democracy. July 19th, that democracy is attempted overthrown in a military coup by a general named Francisco Franco. It's going to plunge this country into a civil war for 2.5 years. Now, Barcelona, Catalonia, Madrid, some other areas are solidly on the side of what they call the Republicans against the fascists. Now, the Republicans are a group of people trying to keep the democracy alive, but also joined by communists, socialists, anarchists, anybody else that didn't want Franco and the fascists to take over. Now, Franco is backed by Hitler and Mussolini in Italy, so he's got some powerful allies, and there are not a lot of people helping out the Republicans. Now, I was mentioning I grew up Catholic, so I'm not trying to throw the Catholics under the bus here, but they say the Catholic Church sided with Franco 2 weeks into the war. So the people in this area are pretty upset with the church. And the Republicans will execute up to 7,000 priests and nuns. Somewhere between 5,000 to 7,000 clergy will be killed by Republicans. Now, when Franco wins, because this time the fascists are going to win, right? They won the war. So we're going into a fascist dictatorship here for 4 decades. Franco goes, look at how brutal these guys are. You know, church sides with me, and then they're going to execute priests and nuns up against the wall of a church. And that's why this was saved. So you guys can see this right here. Now, after the dictatorship falls, Franco died in November of 1975. The democracy that we're enjoying now here today, 1978. So that was like yesterday in time, right? People come out and say, you know, that's not what you're looking at. There's a plaque here, there's another plaque as we walk out that says that in 1938, during the war, Mussolini's Air Force was bombing out of the city, and this they didn't have enough bomb shelters, and the basement of this church was used as a bomb shelter, and this took a couple direct hits, and that collapsed most of this church and the bomb shelter on 42 people, mostly children, who all died.
Si Kuya, masyadong nakakalungkot yung mga kwento sa amin. Ay, Diyos ko, dahil mabigat sa dibdib. Ang mga nilalakaran namin kanto ngayon ay manlalakaran ng mga namatay na yumaong mga nuns at priests Maingay bigla. Ayan mga kaibigan, so ngayon po ay naglalakad-lakad pa rin kami dito sa mga kanto ng Espanya. Patuloy po kami nakikinig sa aming tour guide mga kaibigan. Napakagaling po niya. Para po siyang ako. Itong kapatid ko talaga, binibenta ako. Sabi ko, isend sa akin yung picture ko via airdrop. Sinend doon sa dalawang yon. Ang saya-saya naman nila. Diyos ko da itong mga to. Paano? Nakakuha sila ng souvenir. Gusto niya yung picture ko. Pag ano nyo testahan nyo. Ayan, sige, malibuga kayong dalawa dyan sa picture ko. Napaka-sexy talaga. Visit kayo.
So let's go check it out. Our next stop is this lovely Iglesia de Santa Maria del Mar.
Cool daw. Napakaraming ganito sa atin mga kaibigan. Diyos ko dahi. Parang nakakalokang cool ito. Ang dami natin ganito sa Pilipinas. Ay, ano ba yan?
Sa ulo content ka.
Sa atin mabango pa. Ito hindi ganun kabango. Sa atin amoy downy ito. Mga ganitong ano. Plus maraming artist sa atin sa mga skinita natin. Ha, tignan mo, may marami pang magician doon. Kayang mawala yung wallet mo in instant. Ay, ano ba yan?